I became an actor, I never fantasized about playing James Bond. As a kid, yeah. But that was being James Bond, that was something else.
Welcome to Being James Bond, the longest running James Bond podcast in the world.
The name is Bond. James Bond.
His parents cut their own rope to save him. He watched them fall, then found his way off that mountain. He was 11 years old.
He then started a grand tour of every major boarding school in Britain.
Always at the top of his class.
Always at odds with authority, same thing in the Navy.
His superiors all praise his instincts.
And they're all in need of early retirement. Nobody knows what to do with him, Mom.
No, and I suspect he feels the same way. But what he did in Iceland...
What he did in Iceland was insubordination. It was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. He only survived thanks to blind luck. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
I think you just covered them all, Greenway. It's really quite simple. Bond is a bullet without a target. Let's give him one.
I had a totally different podcast ready to go, and now I just had to put it aside. Maybe I'll put it out tomorrow, who knows, because the trailer for 007 First Light just dropped, and I absolutely had to make a couple comments, a couple observations. Well, I'll tell you what, how about one very big observation? The bottom line is, I watched this and I said to myself, this looks like every other spy franchise other than James Bond. I mean, it starts off with M's office, very different looking M, very different looking chief of staff, whoever that's supposed to be. But yeah, I mean, honest to God, I'm watching this and I'm seeing Mission Impossible, Jason Bourne, a big old hunk of John Wick. I mean, it was so weird. It was like, this literally looks like all of the other franchises and nothing having to do with James Bond. Unless you want to throw in the little nod to Omega when Bond gets his watch. But seriously, I mean, this, I was getting little hints of Reacher in this even. I mean, it was really pretty crazy how this just didn't look anything like James Bond and looked so much like the other ones. I don't know. So I mean, I don't want to sort of piss all over it already, because I feel like that's not really fair. I want to see how this plays out. I think the gameplay looks interesting. I mean, you're talking to a guy now who has not bought a video game in maybe even a decade at this point. I mean, I used to watch out for every new Bond game, and I bought and played every single one. But we all know, that kind of died out. So I mean, it's been forever since I actually played a video game. So, but anyway, it's a good looking game. I'll say that. But honestly, I'm not getting any Bond off of this. It's really crazy. So I don't know. I guess that's my thought. I guess I don't have a whole lot more to say than that. This was a whole lot of hype waiting for this, and I'm looking at it and I'm sure not seeing any kind of James Bond at all. But who knows? Maybe, all right. So you ask my wife and she will tell you. I will put lipstick on any sort of pig you can find. I mean, I am Silver Lining guy. So I guess one glimmer I sort of got from this was, you know what, maybe they're kind of redefining James Bond in a way to be the guy who sparked all of those other franchises. And maybe that's why I'm seeing so many of the other franchises sort of rolled into one with this game. Maybe that's the vibe they're trying to give us. Is that a silver lining? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, this is probably going to be a very short, not a lot of meaning podcast. But but honestly, I just saw it just now, so I wanted to put something out. There you go. That's it. The next episode you'll hear will be a little more robust because I'm going to recap all of the things that have happened in May, and it was plenty. It was plenty. I got a lot of great feedback from Scott's ranking video, Scott's ranking podcast, I should say, and you'll hear a little regret that I didn't make that into a video because I thought that really came out much better than I was expecting. I had a great weekend in DC for Memorial Day with the Capital Royale crew. I will give you my thoughts. Met up with Dave Zaritsky a couple times. Thank you, David, for your hospitality as always. And I will talk just a little bit about that. We had the Golden Bullets Awards, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. I'll talk about that a little bit. And by the way, I definitely need to pay my respects to the great John Lennon, the founder of the James Bond Fan Club Ireland, which I will do in the next episode. So anyway, like I said, this was a quick one just to talk about the new video game trailer, and my thoughts are mixed at best. But and again, we don't get much. I'll take anything at this point. But so I kind of felt like this. It really had to kind of push the boundaries to get me so kind of grumpy about it. But I don't know, I'm grumpy. I don't know. Maybe it's just, again, maybe I'm getting old. I'm getting to be that old guy who's just going to complain about stuff. Anyway, that's all for today. I will have another podcast out very shortly, so I will be seeing you very soon. Keep living like James Bond.